How your legs feeling after yesterday?
Sore.
Sore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we walked 17 miles yesterday. We're going to this market. Let's see what we can find there. Here in the Netherlands, got a little neighborhood Italian joint called Domino's. Little neighborhood joint. You ever been there? Domino's?
Oh, never been. Like 2 of those.
Yeah.
And then can I get another pint? Or how does it?
Yeah. Maybe half small sugar and half Nutella.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Small sugar.
How do you say it? POFFERTJES?
Yeah. Special.
POFFERTJES.
Netherlands.
POFFERTJES.
Dat is poffertjes.
Wow. Look at this guy. Man.
This is POFFERTJES.
Dat is poffertjes.
Little Dutch flag.
A little Dutch snack.
Little Dutch snack.
This is a
Man, what do we got
Nutella.
here?
And
Nutella?
a small sugar. It's
Small
little
sugar.
pancake balls. Huh? Oh, I gotta get a picture of this. Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what Martin Garrix grew up eating.
Man, it's easy to lay down. It's easy to lay down a beat after that.
Little ball of amazingness. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Try the Nutella.
Wow.
Is it like a pancake?
Mm-hmm.
A little pancake. Wow. Delish.
Little pancake ball.
I like these jerseys.
So tell our viewers why the orange is such a thing here.
Why is it? Tell us.
You forgot?
I think I know.
It's because of the king.
The king, yes.
King of Orange.
The guy that
William of Orange.
made Holland Protestant,
Yes.
I believe. One original.
Yes. Was it?
One original.
So 2 originals.
Oh no, one original.
You say it 2 times.
I said it 2 times.
You
Yes.
said it 2 times. Yes. The first time, sir.
First time. Yes.
Wow.
Did you guess where I'm from?
Yes, from the States.
From the States.
Yes, from the other side of the mountain.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
One original.
Wow.
For you, sir?
Good.
Wow.
That guy was hilarious. This sure beats Sam Club.
It's thinner, much lighter almost than the ones I get at Lidl.
That's by
was-
far.
That was good. Much thinner and much crispier and warmer, obviously. But
Much fresher than Aldi.
the guy was hilarious. He thought the guys that were in front of me were French. He was trying to speak French to them. They were like, I don't know what you're talking about. What's inside the bitter ball?
It's too late to ask.
Too late to ask. I'm gonna eat it anyway.
No, it's like a kind of, they call it in Dutch ragout, mashed potato kind.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bouillon, they put flour and stuff. And you
Okay.
stir it, that takes it means meat.
I see. Is it mostly tourists that come to this market, or is it locals too?
It's local.
Locals?
It's the longest and oldest market in Holland.
How do you say? Is it Albert Cuyp or Cuyp? Cuyp. Cuyp.
First time?
First time.
What took you so long?
I don't know. there's this big body of water.
Yeah.
This big body of water between me and the market.
Where are you from?
The U.S.
Oh,
Yeah.
Took you so long, man.
It took me so long. All right, got some bitterballen. You want? Try one. So it's fried Fried meat with mashed potatoes.
Something.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, it's like mashed potatoes in there. And with little beef things.
Almost tastes like Indian food almost. Doesn't it? Deep fried with some gooey potato stuff in it. Bitterballen. It's gooey and crispy all at the same time. Rated out of 10.
Oh no.
Out of 10, I'd probably give it, a 5 maybe. Maybe a 5.2. Whereas the stroopwafel is probably like a 9.2.
Yeah. Stroopwafel and the POFFERTJES were much better.
Dat is poffertjes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Is that amazing?
Arabic coffee with cardamom.
It's got that natural foam at the top. Without any milk.
I literally was just talking about the heated sand coffee today. I don't know if he did that or not.
First stop, hey, over here, the toilet exhibit. The toilet gallery. Portrait of Chubby Baby. Portrait of Chubby Baby. All the braces.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Monday, Mennonite church.
Strict division between state and church. And that's also what Mennonites always asked here in the Netherlands. You know, this is a very strange group of Christians within the Christian world. They have chosen different values than other Christians. If I look now at Northern America, the United States, and I see a lot of evangelical people voting for the Republicans, then I think, well, how is that possible? These people here, these Mennonites here, would never do that, because Christian politics doesn't exist. Mennonites reclaimed half of this country from the sea. Mennonites are our water managers. Lely, Leegwater. And why? Mennonites were refugees. This is a refugee church. This is the church from the Flemish, from the Belgians. It was not allowed to be shown on the street side.
Yeah.
It was not allowed to have clock towers, and it was not allowed to have an own name. So we are called the church near the Lamb, near the beer brewer, the Lamb. Has nothing to do with the Lamb God. So the beer brewer was 3 doors further. It was a Mennonite beer brewer. Eh?
A Mennonite beer brewer.
It was a Mennonite beer brewer.
That's awesome.
Now, 200 years ago, everybody was drinking some kind of beer because water was polluted. God might have created the earth, but the Mennonites have created this country. Vondelpark, have you been there? Vondelpark is a gift from Mennonite merchants to the people of Amsterdam. The first hospital here in Amsterdam, on the Prinsengracht, was given by a Mennonite merchant. The first social housing was done by a Mennonite. So they were very progressive, far away, ahead of their
time. Right there. The hidden Mennonite church. Jed's got more power in his toy truck. Oh, Jed, look. It's you. Hey, that's me. So today is Wednesday and I got a serious pimple right here, serious. We are going to the countryside today to see some windmills. I think with a big, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a big bus, hopefully not a big bus. I really feel like a tourist then. That's all right. The reason we chose this tour is because it's gonna take us to like 3 or 4 different locations that would be hard to get to on our own. It's another clear day today. I think this is supposed to be the warmest day, I think. It's supposed to get up to 53. Heat wave. Should be some good sights today.
It is a unique place. Nowhere else in the world is quite like Zaanse Schans. So if you do get lost here, I mean, if you don't make it to the bus back in time, it's not the worst place in the world to spend the rest of your life, but except for in the winter, then it is.
All right, Jed, what time are we supposed to be back?
9:25. Little ducky.
Little ducky. Jed, how do you pronounce the place?
Zaanse Schans.
Zaanse Schans?
Something like that.
Zaanse Schans? Zaanse Schans. This reminds you of what movie, Jed?
ARISTOCATS.
ARISTOCATS. Is there a scene in there with windmills?
Mm-hmm. Have you not seen the ARISTOCATS? It's like the greatest Disney movie.
This is what I hate about going with a tour bus. Tourists. Everybody and their mom is taking pictures and you're dodging that. This is a lot more of a tourist trap than I thought. It's really cool, but they actually brought these here and they put them here and kind of set up this park. So super touristy, but still pretty cool. Five minutes after this video was shot, I was desperately running through these streets trying to find the bus. I had wandered off the main path and got completely lost.
So if you do get lost here, if you don't make it to the bus back in time, it's not the worst place in the world to spend the rest of your life.
Thankfully, I found the bus about 5 minutes before it pulled out. Jed had wisely stayed on the main path and had not gotten lost with me.
In the 1100s, 1200s, 1300s, 1400s and halfway through the 1500s, the Spanish owned this place. In the 1500s, the King of Spain, also head of the Holy Roman Empire, which still had power over much of this land here, half of Europe basically, he was Charles V. And he was mostly a bit of a fundamentalist, a Catholic tyrant, but he did a couple of good things for Edam. In the 1500s, he's the one who built the dam in the sea. It stopped the water coming in and flooding the place. So no more floods, thanks to him. What that also meant was he kind of ruined the fishing industry here. Fishing was no longer available, so So they started farming, basically. They brought in the dairy cows and they started to produce cheese. As I say, there are two churches. Let's go see the small one. Are you ready? Yes. Then repeat after me, but quite quietly. Hooray! Hooray!
Century, so they had to be made by hand, and that was kind of a hard job. Yeah. These ones, yeah, we use when we play Spain when football. They were the last ones to beat us in the World Championship. Now it's a fisherman when they walk on the ice. And what is special as well are the smuggler shoes. In Belgium, the police did not like the Dutch smugglers. They were looking at the footprints, but we were clever. You know what we did? The footprints, we turned them upside down. So when the smuggler walks there and the police checks, they gotta check there. The smuggler walks there and the police goes there. We say the Belgian people is dumb, please. And they say we are cheapskates. You say when you fly over the Netherlands with the plane, you look the window and you see the toilet paper is drying on the washing line because we wash it and use again. It's not true.
Oh, wow. They were cute.
Yeah, little baby ones.
Man, yeah, these are like your Air Garricks.
Yeah.
Helemaal niet leuk. Nou, marijuana?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. But remember that, no hide, no fly.
Oh, that's good.
So, the truffle, that is the most popular in Holland. And the luxury one, of course. And you always do a first like this, huh? Don't eat the plastic. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, now, there we go. Are you? Yeah.
Well, yes. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the koeien.
And you,
syrup.
you roll them up to eat?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Look how thin it is. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Nutella and syrup. That's good.
Thank you.
There was a big old storm in the 1200s. It was a storm so powerful that it actually separated Marken from the rest of the mainland. So imagine that, that's a pretty powerful storm. Marken went sailing off into the sea where it remained for many centuries. It was inhabited by Jesuit monks for many centuries. These monks, they lived there alone and they fished. That's all they did. For many centuries they fished and they lived on the fish and they sold the fish and so on. They built their houses on stilts, so they were raised up above the ground. The reason for this, of course, was because of the water. This place, like all of the places we've been today, used to flood frequently, so they put their houses on stilts so that they didn't drown. There was no crops, because they couldn't grow crops because of the salty seawater, so all they did was fish.
More bikes than an auction in Pinecraft. Crazy. Soup, Jed.
Good.
This is called rice tables.
Rice tables.
Rice tables. It's Indonesian, and it's gonna be a couple of. It's gonna be a bunch of small plates coming out, kind of like tapas and First one was a soup. It's pretty good.
This is the goat meat skewers with sweet soy sauce, with the braised beef, medium spicy coconut milk sauce, crispy chicken with honey sauce, mixed vegetables with coconut milk sauce, kind of rice, the fried rice and the steamed rice. The shrimp with tofu, medium spicy chili sauce, tofu with fermented soybean, also medium spicy chili sauce, the green cabbage with anchovies and medium spicy coconut milk sauce. Mixed blends vegetables with peanut sauce, mixed blends vegetables with shredded coconut, cucumber pickles, fried shredded coconut with peanuts. This one you can sprinkle all over the food with more flavor.
Yeah.
And the last one, prawn crackers. Enjoy.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow. That's a lot. Man, it's got good flavor. There it is, the embassy. This is our gift to the world, the Golden Arches. These bikes will kill you. They are not going to stop, are they, Jed?
No.
These bikes don't give a crap.
The pedestrian is the lowest person on the totem pole.
That guy there, he would not put the brakes on for you if you were in his way. And this guy here, absolutely not. If I stepped out in front of them right now, I would get run over. Flat as a Dutch pancake.
Much different here than in America.
That's right.
We do not have the right of way.
That's this guy, what's his first impression? Pretty good? Man. Nothing like a bubble tea after rice tables.
You know, we talked about the two big floods in the 20th century. And what they did, the technology that they developed after that to make sure that didn't happen again, they developed something called the Delta Works. It's the most sophisticated flood prevention system in the whole world. Basically, what they did, they built 10 gates out in the sea. Imagine two giant gates. They're open most of the time. They just sit out in the sea like this. And when the storms begin to surge, obviously it's all connected by computers these days. They have a lot of warning when they know stuff is going to surge, and then they close these gates. That doesn't sound particularly impressive. I'm just talking about gates closing, but each of these gates is the length and a lot higher of the Eiffel Tower. So two giant 300-meter gates, and they close whenever the storm begins to surge. Make sure you don't get killed back there. Dutch are always the ones who are called out, you know, to solve water problems in the rest of the world. And in the future, I don't know if you know, but this part of the world is number 3 on the list of places that will eventually disappear under the water when the waters begin to rise in earnest. What they're going to do, one of the things they're going to do, is build floating cities. They're already doing it at the moment. If you go on YouTube and you look up floating cities in Rotterdam, you'll see what they're doing, building these huge prototype areas. They're basically like oil rigs. You know, you see an oil rig out on these huge cylindrical legs. And in the cases of the floating cities, these cylindrical legs are telescopic. So when the waters rise, they lengthen and the cities just rise up on the water. And I guess, I mean, if we survive at all, those of us who do, one day we'll all be living on these floating cities and we'll all have the Dutch to thank.